Hi guys, and welcome to a new episode of A Dog Soul. I'm Anita. I help you build a trusting relationship with your dog to overcome fear and reactivity. And today we're going to talk about how your perfectionism can hurt your dog. So have fun. Alright, so what I mean by perfectionism is sometimes we think, or at least I did, and I know a lot of my clients did, that if we just do everything perfectly and we train perfectly and we feed our dogs in a very healthy way so they get everything they need and not too much protein so they don't get crazy, and we give all the right supplements and we go to the vet very regularly to do physiotherapy and even include a vet behaviorist, and we just do everything perfectly. Then our problems with our dog, or the problems the dog has, will disappear. And the thing is, that's just not always possible. It's a little sad because we just want to help our dogs, and it's a horrible life to live in fear. And sometimes I get really sad when I see Sammy struggling with all the insects in summer because he is hypersensitive and he just cannot stand an insect touching him. And for him it's really, really horrible outside right now because there are insects everywhere, and the more insects, the harder it is for him. So he tries to run away and all those things, and of course training is off at the moment, and that just makes me sad. And I know there is not much I can do for him. I use natural repellents, of course, so it's a little better with that, but everything that flies is just still sometimes touching him, and that's not acceptable for him. And we even tried medication and supplements for his nerves and to just get the fear down and to regulate his sensitivity down a little bit to touch, but it didn't really help. It's just and the same goes for smells. When he smells something he's afraid of, and he's just scared. And it probably will never completely disappear because training with smells is almost impossible because we never know where a trigger is or how strong the trigger is. We cannot control it. It's not really possible. And yes, because Sammy is afraid of deer and almost every wildlife, in wintertime when there is snow out, I can use the tracks and assume that there will be smells and use counter conditioning. And of course, with giving him a lot of choice and a lot of free will, and I'm listening to him a lot, like when he doesn't want to go somewhere, then we don't go there, and if he wants to go back, we go back, and all those things made it a lot better for him. But the fear is not completely gone, and it never will be, probably. And where the perfectionism really can hurt the dog is if we just put a lot of pressure in the training and on ourselves. And of course, our dogs know that. Our dogs are so perceptive in body language and tension and our mood and energy and whatever. So the dog will know that, and of course the dog tries to do everything right, and if there's just no way he can do things right because it goes against his own inner motivation and his own thinking and alert mechanisms or whatever, then this is a very uncomfortable situation. It's like you have a boss in your job that you just cannot please because there is always something that can be better. Because no matter how hard you work, your boss always finds something that could have been done a little bit better. And that's impossible to live with. It's just. And whenever I started to realize that and little by little take the pressure out and accept that he will never be quote unquote normal, whatever that means, because yeah, so many dogs have problems and they are still just a normal dog. But let's just for the moment assume that normal means a dog that can accompany you everywhere and can go hiking and, I don't know, do fun stuff together and just go out for walks and all those things. And he will never be such a dog. It's no matter how perfect I work with him and no matter how much I provide him with all the things that are out there, it's not gonna be perfect. And accepting that really has put us in another level of our relationship. And that's why I wanted to share that with you, because the most important thing in living with our dogs is that we have a nice time together. And yes, it's not always fun and it's not always easy, but we should enjoy time together and not be on the edge all the time because we need to do something even more perfect and we have to obsess about everything. And yeah, you'll see as soon as you stop trying to make everything perfect, it's a lot more fun to work with your dog and you will see your dog having a lot more fun because the pressure's just off and he can feel you being relaxed, and that will make a huge difference in training and in day-to-day life. And if you need help with that, just go to the description, grab a free call, and we see how I can help you with that. I would love to meet you. I would love to help you with your dog. And what's left to say is just have a nice time with your dog, take a deep breath, and try to assess where perfectionism is really necessary or if it's necessary at all. And if not, always remind yourself to let it go. It's so important and it's hard, and we need to learn every day as well as our dogs. So this is another opportunity for that. And I wish you an amazing time doing it, and I wish you an amazing time with your dog. And we'll see each other in our free call. Until then, bye.